Hi, I'm Father Patrick Wainwright. There's a recent study that came out that says that 60% of Americans do not believe that human life is sacred. Now, we know that the basic reason for that is a loss of the sense of the divinity of God and that He created all human life. However, there are other practical steps that have occurred in our society by which we arrived at this stunning realization. And I want to share with you some of those possible steps. Probably there are many others, but I think it's useful that you and I may take a look at these so that we can avoid them in our life and also encourage others to avoid them too. The first one is the dictatorship of relativism. Relativism is a philosophical principle by which people do not accept that there is an absolute truth in reality. In fact, today there's people that believe there is no truth at all, that there's only opinions. There's your opinion and my opinion, and everyone is entitled to their own opinion. It doesn't matter whether that opinion is true or not. And sometimes contradictory opinions should be able to live together, they say, because everyone is entitled to his opinion. But this also leads to the fact that it's not well seen that a person should try to convince another of their opinion, because nobody has the right to impose their opinions on others. While if we believe that there's a truth, then it makes sense to try to help other people see the truth, because it is the truth that makes us free and gives us happiness and leads the way to know how to live. Another reason why we might have gotten to this reality of loss of the sense of sacredness of life is a utilitarian mentality in society, where everything, things, even people, and even religion only are only valuable insofar as they are useful for something. So if a person is useful, then they're valuable. If a person is, for some reason, not so useful for some practical end, then the person is useless. This is what utilitarianism might teach. And of course, this is wrong, because a person has a value in itself, because they are made to love, know, and serve God. Another step that might have taken place is the promotion of false ideologies in writing or in news or in documentaries. The idea that God does not exist, the idea that there is no life after death, or the idea that there is no human spiritual soul, that we're purely material beings. All these things lead also to a loss of the sacredness of life. Another very important influence that we have in society is the pressure of the mass media. So through news stories, through documentaries, through movies, through commercials, it is always encouraged to live a life of comfort, to have a life of enjoyment, and not to worry so much about the serious things in life. People are encouraged to live the lives of celebrities and of famous people, lives that may not always lead to a happy interior fulfillment of the person, to love God and serve Him and seek eternal salvation. So this also has an influence on the perception that we all have on the sacredness of life and the value of all human life. And finally, I would say one of the most important steps or influences in our society that has led to the loss of the sacredness of life is, unfortunately, the lukewarmness of many Christian Catholics, that sometimes we don't know well our faith, or we have not taught our faith correctly, and we're not willing to embrace it with all our hearts. We're not willing to seek holiness, and therefore we're not always willing to fight for what is truth, for what is true, for what is holy in society. And it has been said that one of the most important reasons why evil is promoted and is successful in society is because good people do nothing about it. So hopefully with these ideas, you're encouraged, as I'm encouraged, to live the gospel and to try to encourage our society, our culture, to be more and more inspired in the true gospel of Jesus Christ, that is the gospel of life. May God bless your day.